Hello, good afternoon. Our team is given the project to look at the law and policies regarding wildlife value chain from international commitments to national legislations, focusing on the Southeast Asian wildlife law. I'm Ainu Jaria Maidin from the International Islamic University Malaysia, and I have with me Dr. Claire Lejauni from INSERM, France. I would like to hand over the session to Dr. Claire to proceed.
Here is a project context. In the time of pandemic, has highlighted the links between wildlife trade, whether it is legal or illegal, the trade of wildlife animals, and emerging infectious diseases. And there are various international initiatives that have been launched in relation to wildlife trade and wildlife health management. Wildlife trade may be legal or illegal, and we are looking at the value chain of wildlife, of the different steps leading to the trade, the preparation, poaching when it's illegal, hunting when sometimes it's legal, the kind of transaction, and the way wildlife is used in different products. The aim of the project is to understand the value chain regulation in different countries in Southeast Asia and to integrate it in the framework of risk management of zoonotic diseases emergence in Southeast Asia in general at the ASEAN level, and in Malaysia, Vietnam, and Singapore more specifically. So the methodology is a methodology used by jurists. It's to identify the international and regional organization involved in the wildlife value chain regulation, national institutions and NGOs, and to gather the last update of the law and regulation. It means all the texts that have been decided concerning the wildlife value chain and wildlife trafficking in general, and to map the different tools of cooperation between the different countries considered within ASEAN, having in mind wildlife trafficking and the protection of biodiversity on the one hand, and health risk management on the other hand.
Okay, the researchers involved in this project from the International Islamic University Malaysia, from France and Singapore, where we also have included representation from Vietnam, and we will combine all the relevant information gathered from all these parts of the ASEAN region to come up with the research output.
Okay.
We have also chosen some partners from the ASEAN region, the UN Office for Drugs and Crime, where they have the local office in Cambodia and Vietnam, the CITES focal points, Interpol Wildlife Enforcement, ASEAN Center for Biodiversity, ASEAN WEN or NGOs such as Traffic Change or WCS, local law enforcement agencies in Malaysia, Vietnam, and Singapore, Forestry Department of Peninsula Malaysia, AJRIMBA, and NGO dealing with wildlife conservation, and also the Department of Environment under the Ministry of Environment and Water Malaysia. These partners are expected to help us in compiling the relevant information that is needed. The outcome of this research will be looking at the analysis of the legislation regulating the wildlife value chain that is carried out using the various legal aspects predominantly environmental law, commercial law, and public health law that is being enforced in the ASEAN region in a wider perspective. And we zoom in into Malaysia, Vietnam, Singapore specifically to identify the way the manner the law is implemented and enforced. The outcome of the research will notably be disseminated in the form of a policy brief for with the ASEAN Center for Diversity, and will be shared with all the partners who have been kind enough to be involved in the project from the beginning with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.